Today.
Good, good.
What is your name, sir?
I go by Cobain now. I changed my name. My name's Gerald Parrish
All right.
officially, but Cobain's what I go by.
All right. Where were you originally born?
Springfield, Ohio.
Okay. And today you are in Florida.
Yes, yeah,
You are in a rural community,
yes, Arcadia.
and you are, I would say, camping.
Yep.
Tell me the journey of getting from Springfield to here.
Let's see. I've been wanting to. I went to jail up in Springfield. My wife left me for a younger guy. Uh, I'm still friends with him. I'm good friends, but everybody was in the Springfield, and I wanted out of it. And I've always wanted to come to Florida. I used to live here back in the '90s. I had a house, did printing, did good, and I moved back for my parents. But both my parents have passed, and I have four children. I got two boys and two girls from two different wives, who both my ex-wife and my daughter support me here. They're my big fans here. That's how I got to Florida. My ex-wife got me a Daytona ticket. A month before, I came down. Let's see, I came to Daytona in beginning of November. I rode a Greyhound down here, and it was a ride from hell. It was horrible. It was the most horrible form of transportation I've ever taken.
I've never done it, but I've heard that. What's that like, brother?
I lost. Oh my gosh! Here, let me tell you. I had a brand new bike. My wife sewed a bag for it. You had to have it in a bag. I had a guitar and a little amplifier. Play music, play guitar. Uh, I had my 3 months of diabetic medicine. I had everything. I had tools, everything a man would ever need for months. And I brought it all down on the Greyhound. I missed my bus they made you get off the bus. I didn't want to get off the bus, but they made you get off the bus up in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
So I missed the bus. I catch the next bus an hour later, but I never did find. They don't help you with your luggage, nothing. You're responsible for everything. It's the most uncomfortable ride you'll ever take, man. But it is cheap. But I should have. Both my ex-wife said I would have got you an airplane if I'd known it'd been this much trouble. So I ended up getting a Daytona with nothing but the clothes on my back.
Man, that sounds like a survival game scenario.
Yeah, I had a hundred bucks and clothes on my back. So I made it from the Greyhound. Oh, the girl at the Greyhound, she was so nice. She gave me a bike. She said been sitting back in there for months because I'm not a big fan of walking. I like bikes. And since I'm on my 20th driving under suspension up in Ohio, I don't drive no more. I haven't for years. I quit playing the game. Um, so, anyways, uh,
At some point, you'll learn a lesson not to drink
it
and
took
drive.
20 of them.
20 of them?
And the funny thing is, I started down to Florida back in October with my two dogs on a bike. I was going to ride from Ohio to here. I get to Warren County, Ohio, and I built a little fire behind the Kroger's about 12 o'clock at night. It's pretty cold up there in October at night. And end up getting the police called on me. So they end up arresting me for my 20th driving under suspension warrant in Warren County, Ohio. And they took me to a county away and put me in jail. I did 2 weeks there waiting to go to court in Warren County, just miserable. But they did feed you well. I will give them that. But yeah, I get out of there finally, and end up my ex-wife got me this bus ticket. So I'm down here on the Greyhound. I lose everything I own on the Greyhound. The people at Greyhound say it'll end up at the last stop, which is Tampa. So in the meantime, I spend a month and a half in Daytona. I end up meeting some people. Daytona's a pretty crazy town
Oh, yeah.
as far as a lot of homeless, and
It's reckless. I've been up there, and that's from somebody coming from Ohio.
right.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I like Daytona. One thing that I did a self baptism on the beach here in Daytona,
Okay.
and yeah, I swore off and everything, gave my life to God, um, and He has blessed me ever since. I have not been hungry one time since I've been in Florida, even though I've been broke and homeless. But yeah, I just found a whole bunch of food in the dumpster at Circle K yesterday. Last me for a week, but in that box right there.
There you go. There you go. Good nature.
Yeah, a bunch of pepperoni and candy bars, everything you need. But anyway, so I spent a month and a half in Daytona. I meet some people there. Met one guy I got real close to. He's from Ohio. He's from Dayton, Ohio. Young kid, about 20. But yeah, really bad there. The police are real bad there. And the worst thing is this new sleeping law in Florida, and they enforce that big time in Daytona. They will arrest you if they catch you asleep. So
Good old Volusia County Jail down there.
yeah. So I guess that's why everybody don't know being up there. They don't sleep for days.
Wow, that's a horrible correlation. That now that law is going to make people do that stuff more because that
Right,
stuff keeps
man.
them awake.
It's right. It adds to the
The
problem.
caffeine of the streets.
Right.
That's horrible.
And I got into it a little bit up there. It's poison. I hate it. It's hate. I just hate it. I've never felt so bad in my life after doing it. But so yeah, I left. I'm itching to find my stuff, my medicine, my bike, my guitar, my tools, my tent. So I decided to ride to Daytona. I was going to ride a bike. Me and the guy I met, we lived behind the Pizza Hut dumpster there in Daytona, which we got pizza every night. But
Can't complain about that.
pizza's not real good
No.
every day. It's one of the worst foods you can eat. But anyways,
Look at me, you can tell.
I love it too.
I just look at me and you'll tell how bad pizza is for you.
Yeah, I love it. So, but one thing, they got a lot of programs for the homeless. A lot of food trucks will serve a hot meal twice a day. I went to a sober house there and tried day labor, but they made me wear these boots, these fishing boots, man, and they just tore my feet up.
Yeah.
I got blisters and everything.
You say you also had an amputation.
Right.
That's rough.
Yeah.
I don't know why so many homeless people got amputations, man. I've probably interviewed 15 people with
Really?
amputations. Yeah, I don't know. It's very common.
Diabetes and poor diet, probably.
I'm not sure. Bad circulation, sleeping on, I don't know what.
I don't know. Mine's from diabetes, type 2 diabetes that I ignored most of my life, and I wish I wouldn't have.
What were the symptoms like that led up to it? Like, how did you know it was leading up to that? Was it just your feet still tingly or your feet?
Well, get hard no more, for one.
All right. Well, I don't have diabetes. I'll tell you that right now.
That's the number one bad thing that happens.
Okay, so I don't have diabetes.
But then
I have the opposite of diabetes.
The next thing that happened was heart attack.
Okay. That could happen to me in a day eating pizza.
I got 2 stents. This was years ago in Ohio. Then I knew I was doing really bad in Springfield on everything I can get my hands on. But I knew it was time. I could tell my heart wasn't working right. I could walk down to get the mail at the end of the driveway, and I'd be out of gas. I could not move, and I could feel the pain in my chest. So I went and had a quadruple bypass up in Springfield, which was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. I wished I was dead after that, and they would not give me no for that because I had a prescription for it. So they said take it. So I had to end up walking out of the hospital. Then I had a stroke. So yeah, don't ignore your diabetes. If you got high sugar, Do not ignore it like me. I'm a testament to it. But for some reason, God's kept me alive this long.
How old are you now, sir?
59.
Do you feel 59 or do you feel 89?
No, I feel 18.
That's good.
But my body don't. The body
Yeah.
don't. But yeah. Uh, and this is the first time I've been clean for this long since I was 15 years old. Out of Springfield.
Wow. How long has it been?
Since hell, I don't know.
A few months or something?
No,
Longer?
I went a year and a half, right before I came to Daytona.
Okay. How do you feel being clean?
Oh, life's great, man. God speaks to me through birds, man. I have all kinds of crazy stuff happen to me. Blessings. I find $100 bills sometimes. I always find food. Always find a safe place to sleep.
It's a lot of times, like for the homeless, every dollar they got goes in one single direction.
Oh yeah.
And it doesn't even leave them room for eating.
My biggest thing is these $1 to $2 a pack.
Oh, I heard they're gonna make it illegal here in the next little bit.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if it's gonna happen or not.
When I lived down here in the '90s, it used to be like $8-9 a pack, and now they're cheap like they are up in Ohio. That amazed me.
Yeah.
But anyways,
If they made you stop, do you think it would be good for you or bad?
what?
If you just couldn't find, if there was none available.
Oh, I'd find some.
Okay.
I just for 2 days off all the butts I collected yesterday.
Okay.
People.
You ever feel like by doing that you could contract like a staph infection or something? No, that doesn't worry you.
Yeah. I've got OPs for a couple years now.
Okay. I mean, like, I guess the hardest part about being homeless is just having to like recycle food and stuff that other people have thrown out. It's kind of
the hardest thing about being homeless for me is being judged by people, being looked down upon,
absolutely. I mean, you seem like the nicest person ever, but you see somebody sleeping outside of a park, and you're just like, he's gonna attack me with a machete or something.
I slept right here the other night when it was raining, and the girl that collects the trash,
Yeah.
she's warned me. She's like, "You gotta get out before daylight. The joggers, they'll call the cops on
Oh
you."
yeah.
And I've had the cops called on me since I got in the floor, up in Daytona especially.
Oh wow.
But
More than here?
oh yeah.
It's crazy because they got more homeless people. They think they get used to it by now.
Right. But yeah, they're really.
Yeah, but Volusia County is rough on the homeless. There's no doubt about that.
Just for being under a bridge, there's trespassing signs on everything. And one thing you cannot find up there is a receptacle to charge your phone, man. It's like Easter
in this
egg.
town right here?
No, in Daytona.
In Daytona. You can find them here.
Oh, there's one right there. I told
Yeah.
you here, man.
Yeah.
Charging my phone.
You got to put a solar panel on your bicycle.
In a motor.
Yeah.
But so, anyways, I left my good buddy in Daytona. I come off and search. Oh, I got a ride from this guy, and he seemed like the nicest guy. And I stopped. He was at a house in Daytona, and I happened to meet him, and I talked him out of going in there. He was going to go stay the night in there. But he had a brand new car, man, a Kia or something, I don't know, sporty car. And he offered to give me a ride to Orlando to the bus station. So I went ahead and went with him. And I'm kind of concerned this whole time, is this guy going to be, or am I going to end up dead or what?
Yeah.
But he was really nice, and the moment I really trusted him is he said we got out and stopped somewhere to use the restroom, and he handed me the keys, and he's like, "I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom." And I couldn't even believe it. He didn't know me. But after that, I trusted him. I eased my fear. But the more that I think about it, this guy, I think he stole that car, man.
Yeah, 'cause I can tell you, I'm not giving anybody that much benefit of a doubt.
Right. The more I think about it, the more I think that guy stole that car because he disappeared. We was talking daily, you know. He dropped me off in Daytona. He took a guy from Orlando
Oh,
clear to Jacksonville.
there could have been something very hot in that car too.
Right. No, he didn't have
Yeah,
about it. He gave me a
interesting.
bunch of clothes. He gave me an electric razor.
The key could have been fake. It could have been like a key, like a not real. You know what I mean?
I don't know. He had mental
Somebody
problems.
homeless over there. Look, they're dragging a cart down the road over there. Look,
Oh yeah, you see that a lot.
it's crazy because I drove all through those woods looking for people. I just went through all those woods looking for people, and
Yeah.
I'm missing the spot. There's got to be a spot I haven't seen yet.
All there is under that bridge.
Over
We
there?
keep going.
Oh, okay, I want to go. I've been trying to find people and I can't find them.
Well, there ain't no people under there, but I can show you. We can walk over there.
Yeah, a little bit. We'll go.
Right. That's where I spent last night.
So, okay, so life in Florida versus life in Ohio. What's that?
Right. I just hate the winters up there. Uh, I hate 'em. I can't do the cold weather.
I don't blame you.
I mean, this is kind of cool to me. I hate to have this much clothes on, but yeah, that's, and, you know, my wife leaving me, my kids support me, but they're all grown, and I got 5 grandkids, and but they don't need me up there no more. You know, my wife, who I'm still married to, I left me for the younger guy. She's in bad shape, got big knots on her arm from. She's in bad shape, but I'm still friends with her. I talk to her. She steals stuff to support her habit. She's in bad shape, but anyways, enough about her. The biggest loss when I started down here on the bike and I got arrested is my dogs. I miss my dogs so much, man. I miss my dogs more than my wife.
They'll nag you less than a wife. I'll tell you that right
Oh
now.
yeah, they're definitely man's best friend. I had a mother.
They're cheaper to feed too.
Right. Oh
I'll
man.
tell you what, man.
I had a blackmouth cur with her. She had pups, and I kept one of them. A little brindle bitch, man. She was a dog from hell. But yeah, I miss a dog. I found a dog actually loose yesterday. I couldn't even believe it. But he was old and he didn't want nothing to do with me. He was homeless too, though. It was the first homeless dog I've seen since I've been in Florida. But so, anyways, I rode from. The guy gave me a ride to Orlando. My wife, ex-wife, gave me some money to take the. My stuff wasn't in Orlando, so I had to go to Tampa. She gave me money. It was like $50 to get for a bus from there to Tampa. But I ended up buying a bike off of this guy on the street. It was a brand new, but it was a 24-inch bike. And I rode that little bike all the way from Orlando to Lakeland.
No crap.
Yeah.
You on the interstate?
No.
There's
all
not
back
like
roads.
too many ways to get across.
No. I took back roads, but they're still dangerous, man. This one road, God, they only had a 4-inch burn on the side.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been on a bike from Orlando all the way to here. I went from Orlando to Lakeland, Lakeland to Tampa. I was in downtown Tampa. Of course, my stuff, they shut the Greyhound station down there. It's non-existent. So my stuff was not there. Who knows where it's at.
Yeah, that Greyhound station in Tampa's pretty bad. It's just a bunch of people laying on the ground.
Right. It actually is not. Like I said, all they have is a little kiosk, like 8-foot by 8-foot kiosk for Greyhound now. The city, and it's with the city bus. So yeah, I was in downtown, big Tampa, pictures of
Yeah.
Buccaneers, where the Buccaneers play. So my next move, that was a big letdown, my stuff not being there, you know, my quest from
Ohio, Tampa.
from Daytona to Tampa.
Right to
Yeah, and everything I own, man, everything valuable, my guitar. I really miss my guitar. But I ended up getting another guitar, man.
The 4-string banjo right there, man.
Yeah, it's a 4-string bass, man. It got north of here.
Wachula,
No. On the
Bartow,
way- No.
Lakeland,
No.
further north,
From Tampa to. Give me a second. It'll come.
Brandon,
No. Yeah, I can't think. It's south of Tampa.
Bradenton,
Almost to Brady.
Gibson,
Yeah.
Palmetto.
Is by Palmetto, yeah. This
Yeah.
guy that's been living out in this bamboo forest behind the Circle K for 3 years now. Another homeless guy I met. He had electric and everything. He had a generator.
Oh snap! I gotta go find him. Was that Gibson, Riverview, Gibson, Sun City Center?
No. I'd have to look at my phone here. Give me a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy been living out. But he was getting ready to have to move because they were tearing the bamboo forest down to
Oh,
build another gas station, a Wawa. Wawa is the most expensive gas station there is. And that's because, especially in Daytona, they probably got 20 people on the day shift, undercover security and everything.
no, they got undercover security at the Wawa. Dang.
Yeah,
I didn't know that one. Yeah. Well, people like them because they're safer, because they're bigger, and it's only if you're out late at night.
Right.
It's the only place I'll have a bathroom open late at night.
Right.
You can't beat that.
That's one thing Now, I did get concerned. I was sleeping under that bridge last night for the first night. I found a spot up in there that's perfect. Had my first campfire. And somebody come up here at 4 in the morning. This couple, man. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's so hard to get away from people.
Oh no, there's no break for people out here. 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. There's no break out here for people. So can you
Right.
play that guitar at all, or is it just 4 strings and a body?
Oh, yeah, it's a bass guitar.
It's a bass guitar.
Yeah, I can play it.
Yeah. All right. Is in the time you've been homeless, what's the nicest thing somebody's ever done for you?
When I was coming from Tampa to Bradenton, man, I'd been riding all day and walking, pushing the bike on this narrow road, cars 60 miles an hour blowing by me. All of a sudden I heard this female voice, "Hey, wait up." And a female had jumped out of her car. She had her hazards on. And she jumped out of her car and handed me this. And it had a $20 bill sticking out of it, this little Bible. And New Testament. Barely. I read like a kindergartner.